We're about to take a look at my 3 favorite tools from Markate, you guys. If you have a service-based business, you're gonna wanna try something like this, if not Markate, you guys. We've been using them for about a year now. I love what they do. It's super affordable. And for the rundown, for those of you who are unaware, it's a CRM, which means it is software that helps you manage your relationships with your customers. This is the most effective tool as a business owner that you can use to actually stay up to date, to stay organized, and to be professional. You guys, it'll change your workflow if you're not currently using one. And if you're looking to switch over, they do a free transfer, which is normally like $1,000. There is going to be a 2-week free trial in the description, so go check that out if you haven't already. It's hard not to talk about how affordable it is, because even if you're just doing side work right now, it can make sense for you to do financially. So you guys, go check it out. Let's hop into my 3 favorite tools from Markate. Now, number 1 is going to be estimating and invoicing, and we're not going to crush this one because I've talked about it a lot, and I'll link a video at the end that goes over this in detail, but it's how I send invoices, and it is so incredibly fast and easy. So you guys can see the home screen here. We're going to go ahead and go to estimates. We're going to do new. And the thing that I love about this is once you have your customer's information in there, it's in there. It has their address. So obviously location and stuff like that. All of that stuff, it's going to be in there already. You don't have to put it in twice. You can just find their name and it's in there, their address, their number, all of their information, which is super cool. I love that it synchronizes all of your different systems. So not just your schedule, but also your invoices, your quotes, all of the stuff that you need to have synchronized in order for you to do your job well. For service-based businesses, typically we have very, very similar projects like a panel swap or, outlets removal or exchange or whatever it is. They want them all tamper-proof outlets. They want them all, new outlets. They're the wrong color, whatever it is. It's really easy typically to charge those jobs very, very easily because they're all so similar. So you can put your rate in there, like for a panel swap, typically $2,500. That's pretty normal. So we'll go ahead and hit plus, and then from there we can choose the requested deposit amount. We'll do a percentage. We'll do 25% down. We have our ability to customize our message to our customers, terms and conditions, instructions, and add photos. And this is the part though, this is what they will actually see. It'll tell them obviously the grand total and deposit due, but then from there, they're actually able to pay it from this. They'll get an email, and it is the most professional way that I've found to actually do this. All of the messaging is obviously you can change it out and customize it to be whatever you want it to be. So once you make that decision and you have it done, it just stays like that. You don't have to worry about changing it for all of your stuff. Then you can just hit send. Now, obviously, it's not going to send because Jane Doe isn't real, and I hope you knew that before. But if not, Jane Doe is a made-up person with a made-up address and made-up everything. Estimates has to be my number 1 because it makes it so quick that it saves what you input. So when I have a panel swap, or let's just say outlets, when I do outlets, we can put in the price per outlet, and we can just map it all together, and we can put in the man hours and everything and just say what it costs per outlet with the material and everything. Or we can break it down and do it separate. It's up to you in your workflow and however you decide. But for stuff like outlets, it's pretty easy, and you can have a quote out like that. Basically, after checking it and like actually taking a look at it, knowing that you have everything that you need to have, you can just sit in your car and do it literally within 10 minutes. And the truth be told, the faster you have your quote in, the more likely you are to get the job. That's just how it works. People like to be taken care of, and that is one of the number 1 ways is speed of service. Doesn't mean you provide the best service, but I will say that people who take care of their customers on the business side do typically pretty well, especially with referrals and stuff like that, because the service, if it is as good, the actual electrical or the whatever service you're providing, if it's as good, people will refer you, especially when you're on time or early and all of your business stuff is set up. Next thing we're going to look at is our schedule, you guys. this is the other part of it, that it makes it so easy that you can have this on your phone, on your desktop. You schedule your texts from here. You can schedule, like if I'm out and I run into somebody and I have a conversation with them, I can get them scheduled right then and there. I can see who's available. I can make sure that the date and time works for them. And then we're coming out and we actually get to look at it. We don't have to put it off. I don't have to be like, let me go home and check, my calendar. I have it on my phone with me at all times. This is easier too, because typically people like to back out of things because they just don't want to spend money if they don't have to. Now, obviously, hopefully your service adds value to these people or to this person. And so you want to perform the service for them. It's going to actually make their lives better. People just like to hold on to their money. With this scheduling, you can actually find the date. You can pick it. You can go add. We'll add a task. We'll do Jane's panel. Boom. We can assign the employee, which is going to be me. And then from there, we can select the customer. So it'll be Jane Doe. It'll have her address and all of her stuff in there now, all attached. Makes it pretty easy. And it's done and it's in there. All just because I had a conversation with somebody, found out this, or looked at something. We got them set up with the date, and that's it. They followed through. Lastly, probably my newer of the favorites is this dashboard. Being able to check these large scale items so quickly is it's addicting. I'll just be honest. It's one of my favorite things. I love statistics. I don't, but I enjoy looking at them just to know what the health of everything is. So it's very, very fantastic to be able to just click on this and see profit and loss. I don't have to go through and do a bunch of math. I don't have to go do a bunch of calculations. I don't have to take numbers from one place to the other. It peeps all your stuff in here, right? So job forecast, business performance, total sales, jobs won, and expenses. And you can change those out, and obviously they'll be your actual numbers, but you can track your expenses. You can track all of the everything that it has to do with the numbers. Being able to check that in a matter of seconds is something that I've found has been very, very useful. It doesn't just things don't just catch you by surprise when you're looking, especially at specific jobs. You can be really caught off guard if you're not paying attention. And so this is one of the ways that you can not get caught off guard very easily with minimal work, with something that would take a lot of work if I were doing it, without it just being put in like this. So this is definitely, I think, newer. It's not a new feature, but it's newly one of my favorite features because of how often I've been checking it daily, obviously, more than once a day. It's just something to look at. It makes it easy to visualize what's going on. It's really a big picture thing of how are you doing? How's the business doing? How are your numbers looking? How is this job doing? What are your expenses crazy? It's an easy way to tell. And typically there's not an easy way to tell stuff like that. So I really, really like that. There's so many other things, so many other features. Obviously, like I said, you can track your expenses. You have all your customers down here at the bottom left, and so many other features, you guys. It's crazy how many features they have. And you would think that with all of the features, it would be complicated, difficult to use. It is the most user-friendly software that I've used in, I don't know, since it's incredibly user-friendly, okay? I don't have any issues with it. I thought it was going to take me a lot of time to learn. I was expecting to have to put in a lot more time up front than I did. I really didn't have to put in much time at all. It really was just me kind of playing around with it, seeing what I like, what I don't like, seeing what I need to know. It was all pretty self-explanatory. I found things every couple weeks. I'll find something new that I like, a new feature, a new way to use a feature, a new shortcut, whatever it is. It's pretty fantastic, and especially for the base features, it is insane, and it's incredibly affordable. So like I said, if you guys are looking for a CRM, go get that 2-week free trial. If you're not looking for a CRM, still go get the 2-week free trial. It's worth it. Try it. Compare it to your current CRM, right? Like I said, free transfer, which is typically $1,000. That's insane. Or if you are someone who is just doing side work, it's actually worth the money to invest in something like this because it's going to save you a bunch of time. It's going to be so professional, and it's just going to make your life easier, especially on the back end of things, especially when things start getting busy. But if you guys do want to see a full video on the estimates, you guys go ahead, head up here and check out this video. Remember, you guys, it's all for his glory, and I will see you guys on the next one.